Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the latest 90-Day Fiancé news update. TLC aired part 1 of the tell-all for the latest season of 90-Day Fiancé Happily Ever After. But one couple we followed was not present. Host Sean Robinson announced that Tigerlily and Adnan Abdelfattah would not be featured in the special, and viewers would not be hearing about their marital troubles. No explanation was given beyond that. But now Tigerlily has a controversial explanation as to why they weren't featured, despite showing up to film. Following speculation that the couple was excluded following Adnan's offensive comments related to Hitler and the Holocaust, Tigerlily shared her perspective on what went down. She confirmed that they did arrive to film, but were not allowed to participate. She explained on Instagram stories, "I showed up with truth. They showed up with IOF leftovers, washed, rebranded, and repackaged for TV like murder could ever be. Made marketable. Let's just say I wasn't about to glam up and smile next to someone who openly dreams of returning to a genocide. I don't share a screen with such filth. And once the world saw what side I'm on, well, they made sure you didn't." Tigerlily is referring to Lauren and Alexei Bravarnik, who are of the Jewish faith. Alexei was born in Israel and served in the Israeli Defense Force, as is mandatory for citizens of the country. 90-Day Fiancé introduced Adnan as being from Jordan, though Tigerlily said in a follow-up comment his family member were among the Palestinian refugees that moved to the country due to conflicts with Israel. Going off what Tigerlily said, it would appear that one of two things happened. She and Adnan were possibly unwilling to film with Lauren and Alexei Bravarnik at the tell-all in a way that didn't address their grievances. Alternately, the producers possibly pulled the plug after discovering Tigerlily planned on addressing her gripes directly. In any case, TLC did not allow them to participate at all, and they were left out of the tell-dash. Similar situations like this have happened in the past, albeit with different outcomes. While Yara Dufresne and Julia Trubkina feuded online amidst conflict between Russia and Ukraine, both ultimately put that aside, and both were on stage together during the Happily Ever After tell-all. Apparently this was not possible for Adnan and Tigerlily, who have a history of being confrontational during the tell-dash. Adnan had previously caused issues during a 90-Day Fiancé tell-all and even had a fight with Niles Valentine. It's possible that the TLC producers felt something like this could happen again, especially with the cast staying together under one roof between filming. There's already been a couple of fights in the house already over lesser issues, but this might have been more than the show was willing to take on. HBO Max is the streaming home to the world of DC Comics, the DCEU, and classics, and every 90-Day Fiancé show. Plans start at $10.99 a month, basic with ads. An HBO Max subscription gives you access to thousands of movies, shows, documentaries, and more. View deal 90-Day Fiancé Happily Ever After continues its run on the 2025 TV schedule, with new episodes of the tell-all special airing on TLC on Sundays at 8. And while Tigerlily and Adnan may be absent from the tell-all stage, their shadow is still looming large over this season of 90-Day Fiancé Happily Ever After. In fact, their absence may have created even more buzz than their presence ever could have, because, let's be honest, when a controversial couple suddenly disappears from one of the biggest reunion specials of the year, fans start asking questions, and when those questions are met with silence from the network but explosive accusations from the cast, the drama only intensifies. The fallout from Tigerlily's Instagram comments has now become a storyline in its own right. Viewers who initially assumed production scheduling conflicts or contractual disputes were behind the couple's absence are now reconsidering everything. Instead, the narrative has shifted toward political tensions, ideological clashes, and behind-the-scenes decisions that TLC may not want front and center during a primetime special. At the center of this storm are Lauren and Alexei Bravarnik. As longtime fan favorites in the franchise, Lauren and Alexei have cultivated a reputation for being grounded, family-oriented, and relatively drama-free compared to other cast members. Alexei's Israeli background and mandatory service in the Israeli Defense Forces has never previously been a point of major contention on the show. However, in today's political climate, even long-established personal histories can become flashpoints. Tigerlily's remarks didn't just imply disagreement, they suggested moral opposition so strong that she refused to share a stage. That kind of stance doesn't simply create tension. It creates production complications. Tell-alls rely on confrontation, yes, but they also rely on some level of cooperation. When cast members draw hard lines about who they will or will not appear with, producers are forced to make difficult calls. And that raises the biggest question of all. Did TLC choose stability over spectacle? Because let's be real, this franchise has never shied away from controversy. From explosive fights to walk-offs, producers have historically leaned into the chaos. But there's a difference between interpersonal drama and politically charged accusations that could spiral into something much bigger. If Tigerlily truly planned to address geopolitical grievances on stage, producers may have felt the reunion could veer away from relationship updates and into territory far beyond the scope of the series. For Adnan, this isn't the first time. Tensions have boiled over at a tell-all. His previous clash with Niles Valentine demonstrated how quickly emotions can escalate when personalities clash. And if production already had concerns about his confrontational tendencies, layering in political accusations might have been the final straw. Meanwhile, fans remain divided. Some viewers argue that excluding Tigerlily and Adnan was censorship, that every cast member should have equal opportunity to speak their truth. Others believe TLC made the responsible choice by preventing what could have become an explosive and potentially harmful confrontation. The timing also adds another layer of intrigue. This season of 90 Day Fiancé has already been packed with emotional breakdowns, shocking confessions, and relationship ultimatums. The tell-all was supposed to tie up loose ends. Instead, it opened a brand new chapter of off-camera controversy. And here's where things get even more interesting. Sources close to production have hinted that the decision may not have been last minute. While Tigerlily claims they arrived ready to film and were denied participation, insiders suggest discussions about their involvement had been ongoing for weeks. If true, that would mean producers were weighing risks long before cameras rolled. It's also worth noting that tell-alls are filmed under tightly controlled conditions. Cast members often stay in the same hotel, share common spaces, and interact off-camera between tapings. If tensions were already high, producers may have feared that conflict could spill beyond the stage. We've seen smaller disagreements turn into screaming matches in the cast house before. This season alone has featured multiple heated exchanges over comparatively minor issues. Introducing a politically charged feud into that environment could have destabilized the entire production. Still, Tigerlily doesn't appear to be backing down. Since her initial post, she has doubled down on her claims, insisting that her exclusion was intentional once producers realized she would not stay silent. That narrative positions her as someone censored for speaking out, a framing that resonates strongly with certain segments of the audience. At the same time, TLC has remained noticeably quiet. No official statement beyond Sean Robinson's brief on-air explanation has been released, and that silence is fueling speculation even further. For longtime viewers, this situation echoes past franchise controversies but with a modern twist. When Yara Dufresne and Julia Trubkina clashed online during tensions between Russia and Ukraine, producers managed to bring them together on stage without derailing the reunion. But that conflict, while serious, was handled within the bounds of personal disagreement. Tigerlily's comments suggest something far more entrenched. The ripple effects could extend beyond this single tell-all. Reality TV contracts often include morality clauses and conduct expectations. If producers felt that statements made by any party could expose the network to backlash or advertiser concerns, they may have opted for damage control. And make no mistake, advertisers matter. Primetime cable television depends on maintaining a broad audience appeal. A reunion special spiraling into heated geopolitical debate could alienate viewers on multiple sides of the spectrum. Yet ironically, the exclusion may have amplified attention even more than a confrontation would have. Clips from Tigerlily's Instagram stories are circulating across fan forums. Reaction videos are popping up daily, and social media engagement around the tell-all has spiked dramatically in some ways. Not appearing may have given Tigerlily and Adnan more screen time in the digital space than they would have received on television. So what does this mean for their future in the franchise? That remains uncertain. Couples have been phased out before. Others have returned after controversy with carefully crafted redemption arcs. The 90-day universe is expansive, with spin-offs and digital exclusives offering multiple avenues for comeback narratives. If TLC believes the controversy will eventually cool, we could see the couple reappear in another format. But if producers determine that tensions are too volatile or too politically charged, their chapter in the franchise may quietly close here. For now, viewers are left with unanswered questions. Was this about safety, reputation, management, creative control, or simply irreconcilable differences between cast members? One thing is certain, even off-stage, the drama never truly stops in the world of 90 Day Fiancé. As the tell-all continues to unfold over the coming weeks, fans will be watching closely not just for relationship updates but for subtle clues. Will other cast members reference the absence? Will Sean Robinson address it again? Or will production attempt to move forward as if nothing unusual happened? Either way, this season has proven once again that reality television doesn't just capture drama, it creates it. And sometimes what happens behind the cameras becomes just as compelling as what airs on Sunday nights. Stay tuned, because in this franchise, unfinished business always finds a way back to the spotlight. And speaking of unfinished business, let's dive into the other couples who made it to the tell-all, bringing their own drama, confessions, and shocking revelations that fans have been buzzing about all season. While Tigerlily and Adnan were absent, that didn't stop the energy in the room from reaching fever pitch. The tell-all kicked off with familiar faces, including Lauren and Alexei Bravarnik, who addressed lingering questions about their relationship, dynamics, family pressures, and how they navigated the intense spotlight after last season's events. Lauren, ever candid and charming, revealed new insights into the challenges of maintaining a marriage under constant scrutiny. From navigating cultural differences to managing expectations from friends and family, she opened up about the stresses that many couples outside the franchise might face. Though perhaps without the added pressure of global fans dissecting every move, Alexei, on the other hand, balanced her openness with thoughtful reflections on compromise and resilience, giving viewers a deeper sense of how they've grown, both individually and as a couple. Meanwhile, other cast members brought their own explosive moments to the stage. Some faced accusations of deception, while others admitted mistakes they had previously kept hidden from the public eye. Fans were treated to moments of confrontation, tears, laughter, and even surprising declarations of forgiveness. The tell-all format, as always, served as both therapy and entertainment, a chance for cast members to unpack their experiences while keeping audiences on the edge of their seats throughout the session. It became clear that absence doesn't diminish drama, it can sometimes amplify it. Viewers immediately began debating online whether Tigerlily and Adnan's exclusion was justified, necessary, or simply another calculated move by producers to maintain the narrative flow. Social media forums lit up with fan theories, with some arguing that their absence allowed for a more focused exploration of the remaining couple's stories, while others insisted that not addressing the controversy left the season incomplete. The tell-all also highlighted the psychological toll of reality television. Couples shared candid accounts of anxiety, sleepless nights, and the constant pressure to perform for cameras, all while managing real-life relationships. Some admitted that the public's perception often felt like a burden, forcing them to navigate conflicts carefully to avoid misrepresentation. Others expressed frustration over how editing and selective storytelling can distort the truth, leading to misunderstandings that persist long after episodes air. And as always, fans had favorites who stood out for their authenticity. Certain cast members earned praise for being transparent, acknowledging both their successes and shortcomings. Their willingness to confront difficult topics head-on provided a sense of relatability, reminding viewers that, behind the drama and spectacle, these are real people with complex emotions and relationships. By the end of the first night of the tell-all, it was evident that the franchise's formula continues to captivate audiences. High-stakes emotion, interpersonal conflict, and unexpected revelations. Even without Tigerlily and Adnan, the room was electric with tension and excitement. The episode concluded with promises of even more revelations in the coming sessions, teasing future confrontations and heartfelt reconciliations alike. For fans following closely, the takeaway is clear. While some narratives may be sidelined, the core of 90 Day Fiancé relationship drama, personal growth, and the unpredictable dynamics of love under the spotlight remains as compelling as ever. And with social media amplifying every comment and clip, viewers continue to engage with the show on multiple levels, analyzing, debating, and predicting what will happen next as the season progresses. One thing is certain: the absence of Tigerlily and Adnan hasn't slowed down the drama. If anything, it has intensified conversations around the show, highlighting the delicate balance between entertainment, ethics, and the real lives of the couples involved. But while viewers debate what could have been, the other cast members continue to navigate their own complicated journeys, each episode revealing more layers of emotion, conflict, and personal growth than anyone could anticipate. One of the standout narratives this season has been the journey of Lauren and Alexei Bravarnik. While previously fans have known them for their humor and chemistry, the tell-all revealed how deeply their relationship has been tested. They discussed the pressures of managing both personal differences and external expectations, with Alexei emphasizing the importance of communication and transparency. Lauren shared emotional reflections on trust and vulnerability, admitting that the glare of public scrutiny has often made them question themselves and each other, even in moments of joy. These candid insights reminded viewers that, despite the drama-filled headlines, many of the couples are grappling with challenges that resonate far beyond the reality TV lens. Meanwhile, other couples brought their own intense stories to the stage, Some of the most explosive moments came from cast members confronting accusations of dishonesty, misrepresentation, or betrayal. The tell-all provided an arena where grudges, long-held secrets, and unspoken frustrations finally surfaced. For some, this led to reconciliation and emotional breakthroughs. For others, it escalated tensions to a level that seemed almost unscripted, leaving both the audience and fellow cast members in stunned silence. One particularly dramatic sequence involved a heated discussion about financial conflicts. Several couples revealed how money disagreements had quietly eroded trust over the course of their relationships. From disagreements about shared expenses to accusations of secret spending or deception, the conversation quickly became charged with emotion. What might have seemed like minor conflicts in private became magnified under the tell-all's intense spotlight, illustrating how reality TV not only exposes personal struggles, but also amplifies them in ways that can feel overwhelming. The emotional gravity of these moments was heightened by the producer's approach to storytelling. Strategic editing, timing, and camera placement ensured that tension reached a peak at the right moment, maximizing both narrative impact and viewer engagement. Fans watching at home were treated to the full spectrum of reality TV drama: tears, laughter, shock, and catharsis. And while some criticized the show for manipulation, many argued that this careful construction allows viewers to experience relationships in an emotionally immersive way, as if sitting in the room with the cast themselves. Offstage speculation continued to swirl around Tigerlily and Adnan, even though they were absent from the tell-all. Their story remained central to fan conversations. Online forums, social media discussions, and YouTube reaction videos dissected every angle of their situation. Viewers debated whether their exclusion was an act of censorship, a production decision to prevent conflict, or a combination of both. This digital engagement demonstrates how reality TV extends far beyond its broadcast window, creating ongoing dialogues that maintain interest and anticipation throughout the season. Beyond the personal conflicts, this season also highlighted broader social and cultural themes. Discussions about family expectations, cross-cultural challenges, and political tensions surfaced repeatedly. These themes are particularly compelling because they resonate with real-world experiences. Many fans connect with the struggles of navigating cultural differences, maintaining long-distance relationships, or dealing with judgment from friends and family. By weaving these larger issues into the narrative, Fiancé continues to blend entertainment with relatable human experiences, creating a show that feels both dramatic and authentic. Another key element of this season has been the psychological impact on the cast. Multiple participants admitted to experiencing anxiety, stress, and self-doubt as a result of both their relationships and the public scrutiny they face. Some described sleepless nights and the pressure of knowing that millions of viewers are judging their every move. These revelations provide a behind-the-scenes look at the realities of reality television, a world where emotional stakes are magnified and personal vulnerabilities are broadcast for entertainment purposes. One of the more controversial storylines involved a confrontation about personal boundaries. Several cast members expressed frustration about feeling misrepresented or edited in ways that didn't align with their intentions. This sparked discussions about consent, narrative control, and how producers balance storytelling with authenticity. Fans were divided, with some empathizing with the cast members' frustrations and others accepting the editing as part of the genre. Regardless, these conflicts added yet another layer of depth to the season, demonstrating that reality TV is as much about behind-the-scenes negotiations as on-camera drama. Meanwhile, the couples who were present at the tell-all worked to maintain composure despite the heightened emotions. Some succeeded in navigating difficult topics gracefully, while others struggled to contain their anger, sadness, or disappointment. These real-time reactions provided raw, unfiltered glimpses into the complexity of human relationships. Viewers watching at home could see how love, resentment, hope, and fear coexist, sometimes in the same conversation, creating a rich tapestry of emotion that keeps audiences engaged week after week. As the tell-all progressed, it became evident that this season of 90 Day Fiancé is not just about relationships, it's about resilience. Couples demonstrated the ways in which they adapt, negotiate, and grow under extraordinary circumstances. They shared lessons learned, mistakes acknowledged, and hopes for the future, all while navigating the artificial pressures of cameras, timelines, and production schedules. For viewers, this adds an extra dimension of engagement, allowing fans to celebrate victories, empathize with setbacks, and reflect on the nature of love and partnership in modern times. The absence of Tigerlily and Adnan, while controversial, ultimately allowed other stories to shine. Couples who may have been overshadowed received more airtime and attention, providing a broader perspective on the diverse challenges faced across the franchise. At the same time, the lingering mystery surrounding their exclusion fueled speculation, ensuring that even those off-camera remain relevant in fan discussions by the end of the tell-all. It was clear that 90 Day Fiancé continues to evolve. It's a show that thrives on emotional honesty, interpersonal conflict, and the intricate dynamics of human relationships. Each season builds on the last, introducing new couples, new storylines, and new controversies, all while maintaining the core appeal that has captivated audiences for years. And so, as fans look ahead to upcoming episodes, the questions remain. How will absent couples like Tigerlily and Adnan shape future narratives? Which relationships will survive the intense scrutiny of cameras and public opinion? And what lessons can both participants and viewers take away from the emotional highs and lows of this remarkable season? One thing is certain, whether on stage or off, 90 Day Fiancé never fails to spark conversation, debate, and fascination. The show's unique ability to merge real-life challenges with high-stakes entertainment ensures that audiences remain invested, eager, and sometimes shocked, episode after episode. For viewers committed to following every twist and turn, the remaining episodes promise further revelations, unexpected confrontations, and heartfelt resolutions. As the franchise continues to expand with spin-offs, digital exclusives, and international editions, the stories of these couples reach far beyond Sunday night airings, influencing online communities, pop culture conversations, and even social media trends worldwide. In short, this season reminds us that love, drama, and personal growth are not neatly packaged. Reality TV may edit moments, focus cameras, and control pacing, but the emotions are authentic, the stakes are high, and the human stories remain compelling. Fans who tune in for the drama inevitably leave with something more profound, a glimpse into the complexities of modern relationships, the pressures of public life, and the courage it takes to face challenges under the unrelenting gaze of a global audience. And as the season moves forward, we can expect the remaining tell-all episodes to continue pushing boundaries, challenging narratives, and keeping viewers talking long after the cameras stop rolling. From heartfelt confessions to explosive arguments, 90 Day Fiancé proves once again that reality television, when done right, is a masterclass in storytelling, human psychology, and emotional resonance.